His mum and dad had a fish and chip shop in Greenslopes.
Snap.
My grandfather came.
coming
Yeah,
together.
I know, dude. Oh, well, here's the thing. I think my grandfather taught Pauline racism.
Really?
Because my grandfather left.
Revelation.
This is my joke. It's a flat out joke. But he worked in Onnie and Jack's fish and chip shop for like 20 years after the war, and Pauline would often go in there as like a kid and help out until she had her own thing happening. But that made me think, well, Pauline got all this gear from somewhere.
You reckon?
Could have been my old man's dad.
And there you have it, Australia. There's the link right there.
This is a
She's not
honest
racist,
to God
eh?
true story.
She's not racist, mate.
I'm not even saying that.
One of the two things you're not supposed to talk about is politics and religion.
Yeah.
And Pauline answered.
Yeah, but that's true. And I've never really told
Admitted
because
it.
I didn't want to admit it to
Well,
someone.
you fucking have just
How about that?
thrown it out there right now.
How about that?
It's there forever.
Yep. So, who have you
I don't
met?
know where to go with this.
Yeah, I don't know. Because we were joking
get
about the
off.
fish and chip shop. We didn't realise you were going to come through the Kevin Bacon on that one.
But I've never met her.
I can't think of the most recent famous person I ever saw, but I remember the first time I went to America. We were there to do a couple of shows with one of my old bands, and we ended up playing the Whiskey A Go-Go, which is pretty sweet.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
we got off the plane. We walked out the front of LAX. It's my first time in the States. I'm wrapped. I'm absolutely stoked. Walk out the front of the airport, and there's Jessica Simpson.
Boom.
And my guitar player's losing
Big
his...
Jessica Simpson or
Well, yeah,
TV Jessica
so this
Simpson?
is the thing, right? My guitar player's losing his mind. I mean, he likes bigger girls personally. He was losing his mind.
Who doesn't?
And I've just gone, I don't think she's that fucking special.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, well, it's just another fucking person.
Just
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, in
I
my
get it.
opinion, she's famous for no reason anyway, but yeah.
Did she sing or have an album or something?
Yeah.
She was a singer.
was a singer.
She
Mima.
actually,
She
she
was a
can
Mima,
sing.
one of them
She was a
singers, yeah.
gospel chick back in the day. She's very religious. Like, her family's very
Yeah.
religious, but she's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that show 10 years ago? Did you watch that
Tell us
show?
what you think, man.
Do you remember the
Yeah,
start
I
of
remember-
reality TV?
Yeah, if that's the
I
show
remember,
I'm thinking of,
yeah.
but I thought I can't remember her before that.
She would not clean anything up. Like,
No,
she had
very
clothes everywhere, and her husband Nick was like, "I could not live like this," you know.
Yeah, I
They're not
remember.
together anymore,
No.
apparently. Yeah.
Well, I saw Sophie Monk at the
Hey, there you go.
the Shell service station in Surfers Paradise, opposite the Club Med. The tennis court thing. Anyway, near Monaco Street.
Has she had
Sophie
braces
Monk
yet?
walked in, and I thought the same thing. There's just like a normal girl. Like when you get we're all normal.
Yeah.
A friend of mine was friends with Sophie Monk, and Sophie Monk added me on Facebook.
She added you.
She added me.
I'm going to creep her
There
out
you
after
go.
I
I had
add you
to
on
add
Facebook.
her.
I don't know if she's
She
still
added
there. I mean, she
him.
probably saw a couple of posts and went, "Nah, fuck this guy." But she added me, and I was like,
Yeah.
"I've never met you, but sweet, yeah,
Like,
I'll, okay."
yeah.
Wow.
Why not? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like Kylie Minogue says that I actually remembered in some magazine, it's all smoke and mirrors.
It's
the music
all
industry
smoke and
is
mirrors.
all smoke and mirrors. Every photo you take has got to be the right one because it's all smoke and mirrors. You know, like I've said this too many times. The band I'm in, the Bastards, play band in the Bastards, right? Someone in the band was putting up photos of us like hanging out at barbecues, and we just look like a bunch of 40-year-old dads hanging at barbecues. And it's like, no, oi, if you're going to be an original band, you got to put out particular.
You've
Like,
got to.
It's in every way.
No one has a photo of us together yet.
No. But I
Right.
know your style. You'll want a photo.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, you always want a photo for your podcast.
Because we haven't had any barbecues.
We haven't had any barbecues.
Well,
I
that's
haven't
your
invited
problem.
anyone. No, it's something get
Which
trying-
makes it really hard. That whole
I'm fucking
idea,
starving.
I'm fucking starving.
that whole idea is ridiculously impossible in this day and age. To keep control of your product,
Very fucking hard.
because everyone's got some sort of account on social media, and you get to know that. You know.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
You get to know what they want you to know.
Yeah.
Well, no,
that's
you can.
another thing.
In 2 seconds, I could find out what all you guys are into.
All right, go.
And-
1, 2. You fucking
where's-
failed, mate. You fucking bombed.
You don't want to know what Stu's into.
Mustangs,
Don't
blonde
even
chicks,
look.
Everything.
everything.
That was more than 2 seconds, man.
Did you say blonde chicks?
He did say blonde
I
chicks.
don't know. Sophie
Sophie
Monk,
Monk.
Jessica Simpson, but you didn't think she was that type.
Nah.
Nah, yeah. This is the last person we played with Helmet. Nick and I met. I think we met, didn't we?
We met a few times before then, but he didn't remember me.
Sorry,
But
Dude, I played GLO.
but we
That's
supported Helmet together in different bands in Byron at the Great Northern
yeah,
Wow.
years ago.
2007,
Yeah.
I reckon.
What band were you in then?
I used to play in a band called Inside,
Inside.
which is a
Stewart.
metal band.
Okay, and what band were you in?
I was in Lump.
Lump, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it was a
Long
good
time
night.
ago.
Who's better, Lump or Inside?
Oh, they're two different bands.
Let's have an arm
were
wrestle.
Very
fucking
different
heavy.
bands.
Inside were heavy.
Yeah.
Inside were
Yeah,
good.
we were-
Inside were great.
So were Lump. I actually really liked Lump.
Yeah.
The polar spectrums of the kind of,
Right.
they were a lot heavier.
How a Helmet that night?
They were great.
I was shit faced.
Loved it.
But
Yeah,
I
loved
loved
it.
every second of it. It was great. It was awesome. It was a top night that night.
It wasn't obviously the original lineup as such. It was pretty
Nah.
much just Paige Hamilton and the ring-ins.
Well, they had Jimmy from Full Scale playing
Yeah,
guitar
Jimmy
that
from
one,
Full
on
Scale
that
was playing
one.
guitar.
But he had a different bass player and different drummer. But it was Helmet. So
Yeah.
It was just good to see Paige Hamilton for real.
Yeah.
I'd never seen Helmet before, so I was stoked, and to share the stage that night,
it was huge,
massive. Yeah,
huge.
I think that was my first really big support. Yeah,
It was a good night.
I did fucking like Overcranked and shit like that with Carnival and bands like that, but
Yep.
that was my first big,
Yeah.
I'm playing with Helmet tonight.
What a fucking
Yeah.
band to play with, man.
Yeah.
What a fucking band to play with. Yeah, it was a good night. So we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Evidently longer than I can remember.
The funny thing is that like six or 7 years ago, Stu and I were working on a band together.
We were.
And we had a bunch of tracks. Like, I don't think I had the right. I was doing a different sort of style to what I'm doing now. I was trying to incorporate too much sort of metal, I guess, rather than just a good just rock feel. Right. And it just pushed it in a different direction. But I mean, he's also grown as a songwriter as well in that time.
Yeah.
I think we both sort of grew and met in this one place that just works perfectly. But yeah, we wrote a bunch of songs
like
together.
9 songs. But I come off the back of Electric Horse, and I was kind of fuck music and fuck bands and fuck the Lottiers, and Nick was there, and Nick's like, man, let's just do some songs. And
I nagged him for years. I'm like, dude, we've got to
Dude, what
fucking
are you
write some
doing?
songs. Like,
Yeah.
we've got to do this.
It's true.
And even when just before I actually walked into the studio or into his bedroom for the first day to do
My bedroom.
to do the vocal tracks for this first song, like I was literally nagging him, just going, dude, let me sing on it. Will you let me sing on it? And he's like, all right. I think even before I went in there, he was telling me, I've got this other guy in mind, and blah, blah, blah.
I did not fucking
He did.
say that.
He did.
I did not.
He's like, I've got this other guy, that's doing some stuff, and
Guy Sebastian.
literally, I did like
Noel, actually.
Should have known.
I did like the first
Same wound, bro.
little bit of the song we're going to play tonight, and he just turned around literally after that and just went, "You've got the gig."
And then I fucking fired him.
Yeah.
I said, you got the gig, get fired. And that's pretty much how that
This man is dangerous.
Dude, that's how this whole recording's gone down. But he did. He literally walked in and fucking bang. And then I went, oh, yeah, that's fucking pretty much what we want. And you got
Sent
the
it
job.
to me as well. I had a
I
listen.
fired you a lot of times.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yes.
But I fired
We
you
fired
today.
you last night, yeah.
They did. The poor guys, I'd get them to do takes, and I'd sit there and I'd be like, I press record, and it's like got 2 bars back from where it starts to record, and every time just before they start to record, I'd just be like, don't fuck it up. Right before they're going to do it.
Oh,
Don't
it's
fuck it up or you're
recorded.
fired. Yeah, don't fuck it up or you're fired. They're under intense pressure. And they delivered, man.
Yeah.
I think it actually worked.
I did. The
Shit, I better not fuck this up.
You better not fuck this up, man. I'd say it. Don't fuck this up.
So
Pretty sure I fucked up my fair share. But
And I think we all...
everyone loves a bum note. Oh, not a bum note, a dirty note.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Isn't
think...
it?
We've left a lot of that in.
We have
Yeah,
too,
good.
yeah. No, but there's
Dirty note.
Yeah,
we have
good.
because it kind of. I think a lot of stuff we talk about this a lot. A lot of stuff's so pristine these days. Everything's
Too perfect.
too
sounding
perfect,
almost.
and we kind of when
clean
we
it up
takes
so much.
takes would be where it's pretty relaxed. Like Tex is pretty rigid about stuff, and that's good to counter my fucking relaxedness. But the there'd be takes where it's like, oh no, I could do, oh no, let's do that again. I'm like, nah, that's the fucking take, man. Oh, I'm a little bit nah, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's it. You know, and I think when you listen to it, it's not as, it's a little bit rawer in the takes. I don't know. That's for us. I mean, we've obviously heard the songs 450 fucking trillion times and picked it to bits, but
Doesn't it blow your mind when you watch those Metallica DVDs where Lars has played 18 different fills?
Yeah.
Or only, imagine, he's probably played 40 different fills, but they recorded 18, and then they go back and listen to the one they're going to choose for Enter Sandman.
that did my
And
blocking.
he still gets it wrong.
Yeah, but it pissed me off in the end. I was like, I thought it was the one that you just come up with. Like, you know what it's like. You're musicians, you come up with that fill or that thing or that little solo or that little bit that you do with your hands to get into the song, and that's the one that's in your mind. Not the chance to play 40 different ones that you can listen to for 20
A lot of bands do that now, but
That's horseshit.
A lot of bands do that. But usually I found over years of recording that you do, usually the first 3 or 4 takes for me were the ones.
Yeah.
If I hadn't fucking nailed it by then, I had to go away and I'd probably have the shits with myself, But generally speaking, those had the vibe, from my perspective. I don't know about Texas. Texas probably tell you something different.
Yeah, no, you don't want to force it. I've found
No.
that, you want to sort of rip out what's going on, and if it doesn't happen, maybe move on to something else.
Here's the next thing. The Bastards. Great band.
Self-plug.
Great band. Yeah, well, but I personally got frustrated because I love gigging a lot. And my opinion is that that's where you build your respect. Like, people
true.
love to see that you're doing it, even though your mates don't come to the gigs anymore, kind of stuff.
Yep.
Damn, they're still playing. I've got to go see them one day because apparently, they're still going, and you've built up a whole new bunch of friends over there.
Yep.
That like to see your band, and that's how it all starts.
Yeah, man.
Right. So in the Bastards there, they were like, no, we want to make a record and then just keep recording, and who are we going to sell it to? Like, who are we going to sell it to? Just our friends? I've only got 6. You know what I'm saying? It's good for anyone just to. It's really hard in this day and age, but that's your new challenge, Stewie.
I know.
Punch
I
out
know.
a bunch of.
Well, I'll put it this way. In 18 months ago, if I had said to myself, I'm going to record and release something, I would have said, nah, you're fucking kidding. And then a year ago, if you had said, I'm working on an EP, I probably said, no, you're kidding. So slowly, live shows now in my
Yeah,
head.
are you asking if we're going to play live? Is that basically what this was getting at?
Yeah, I like to say 30 minutes of crap before.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Because we would like to.
Yeah.
We
We
just
are
want to
going
do it right, that's all.
We would like to do it right. We'd like to have a show.
What is right, though?
What is right, I think, is a professional fucking show, man. Like, a full intro tape, fucking proper lights, proper way to deliver a live show, good sound.
We want to give a rock show.
We want to give a show.
Where?
Where?
Where's this rock show gonna happen?
Where is a good question? On the Gold Coast?
We haven't decided yet.
No.
Okay.
Well, we don't have many choices either. Shark Bar's looking fucking like
On its last legs.
Check this
yeah.
out. Have you ever heard of Former Angels? Young dudes, right? He loves Airborne.
Yeah, right.
Great. You'd love it, right? I did a podcast with Ryan Murr from Muir from Fallen Angels.
Yep.
Dude, he does a concert idea to venues every show. Like, he'll go to a venue, the zoo, just call up the zoo and went, okay, guess what? I'll bring 3 bands to you, the whole thing. We're the headliners. We know that this band's going to bring 30. He doesn't even know them. They'll bring about 30 people. We convince them. Bang, 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 bang. And bang. Then he went to Sydney at the pizza joint. Oh, mate's
Yeah.
Shakey's Pizza. What's it called?
Shaggy's
I
Pizza.
can't remember that off the top of my head.
Anyway, he's just a younger dude who's kind of gone sideways in the industry.
That's what we
And
would
putting
like to
tours
do.
together in this same way, just ringing up random bands going, hey, I know you guys are popular in this area. We're doing a show. Do you want to be second to us? And
Yeah, it's a good idea.
really
man.
cool. You got to listen to that podcast, man.
We don't want a headline, though.
We don't want a headline.
Oh, cool.
we're happy to go on first.
So can you give him our number?
Yeah, give him our number because they can headline. We'll support. But we were thinking the same thing. Just we know. I mean, we've all been around a long time, so we know a lot of bands. We know a lot of people going around. So I think that's what sort of